Hey guys, it's Storm. Hope you guys are going well. This is episode 7 of my Tiveden single player build and play series, and I've just planted a couple of the additional mushrooms here. So this is the little island that I'm going to convert into a rooftop miniature biome island, and I think it will look okay once I've planted a whole bunch of these 2x2 dark oak trees on this island. So I've put a couple of additional mushrooms on here since the last episode. And just to show you guys what I'm going to go for, so just these lily pads here are just temporarily. And what I want to do is cover this whole island here with those trees. And the way I want to do this is to really work on this area here first, because I want to build a house within these trees. So I'll focus on this part here first, and then I'll probably work on the rest of the island. So first of all, I did a whole bunch of caving here. When I was flattening out this area, I can hear some mobs, so I just dug down. There was a cave directly underneath this miniature island, just down there, which leads into a mineshaft system, which sort of goes out over the ocean here. But one cool thing that's quite close by is directly, where is it? I dug a hole here somewhere. Here. Directly down there is a spider spawner. So I don't really use spiders that often, because really what do you need spiders for besides string? And just by fighting mobs normally, I get a whole bunch of string that way. So I'm not sure how I'm going to use that spawner, but I think I'll try and integrate that spawner into this island here somehow. There is also a zombie spawner not far from there, but it's probably going to be out over the ocean somewhere. It's probably another 20 blocks or so down that direction, so not sure if I'll be able to use that. I probably would be able to use a zombie spawner more so than a spider spawner, but never know, it might be cool to work with spiders. Yeah, so I've got a whole bunch of iron and other materials from mining there. Just throw that in there. Yeah, just a couple of decent things. Got a couple of saddles as well, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I think I'm gonna plant a couple of these trees, see what this looks like. And yeah, it's because we are working with trees, things can change depending on the shape of the trees that grow, so I'll plant a few and see what it looks like. Okay, so I've been working on the back area here first, just to see how far back I wanted the house to go. And so it's kind of strange talking about this in terms of a house, but it will be a house. I will make this into a house. So I've been planting a whole bunch of these trees, and this is the kind of shape I'm going to go for. So the house will be over here in this section, and I'm not sure what I'll do over this side of the island yet. But I want to have the bridge. Not sure where I'll have the bridge yet, because this landmass, unless I extend it out further this direction, I probably will have the bridge around in this location, probably around centered to where those lily pads are. So I'm probably going to aim for the door to be really in line or just close proximity to where that bridge will be. So I've got to keep that in mind when I'm building this thing. And yeah, so far it's coming together okay. I'm churning through the saplings there, so I'm glad I got a whole bunch. So since the last episode, I went down and tracked down a whole bunch of these saplings just by going nuts with this particular axe and chopping away the tops of the biome with these roof trees. So it's a pretty simple way to get saplings. And yeah, so I'm thinking this overall shape is going to work for me. I might even make 2 houses on this island. I'm not sure yet. But pretty much this is as far as I'll go back this way, I think. Might extend this out into a balcony area, or yeah, some kind of extension. Goes around these mushrooms pretty easily, so I think that'll look okay. I will put a couple of mushrooms. I don't want to just see these directly. I want to have the red poking in and out of the trees as you would in a normal biome for this particular tree. So I'm going to have probably a door leading through into this back part of the island here. So that's what I've got this section here for. In fact, I might have, let's do this actually. Might have this a natural walkway through here, and I'll continue the house in this direction. So really what I'm doing here is building the walls for the house. Ooh, that was an interesting looking tree. And I'm wondering if this is going to be big enough. I don't want to go too large with the house, because I do want to be able to work with the front, have some kind of front garden or yeah, something like that. So what I might do is that going to be big enough for what I want? I might want some extension area, so I might bring this out one extra block maybe, something like this. In fact, we could probably go one more. Good thing about building with trees is that if you don't like something, you don't like a wall, just chop it down and move it. It's pretty simple. But, I think this will come together. Yeah. Before I finish that off, I just wanted to see what it looks like in terms of the overall shape. I think I'll make this work. I think this will look nice once it's done. Pretty sure I've got more saplings. How many do I have? Oh yeah, I've got another stack, so we're fine. So let's just put this going across. So we'll get a feel then. Well, that's quite a few bone meal for how big this place is going to be. Again, I might put an extension or something on it if I... Oh, that was convenient. Plugged up that gap. Oh yeah, I think that'll work, and naturally I can see that a doorway is logically going to go right there, so let's just do that now. Somewhere in here. We'll go for a 2x2 door, so probably here. Welcome to our home. This will be a home. We'll make it a home somehow. Of course, we've got mobs spawning. I don't think they can spawn on top though. But let's sleep anyway. Oh, get into the bed. There you go, sheep. Okay, so let's just step back and take a look before these mobs spawn me. Swarm me while they're spawned around me, I guess. Yeah, I'm thinking I might even have another house down that way, and what I could also do is have spiders vertically travel up into a house down there. That might be pretty cool. So having a house full of spiders maybe. Given that it's in a forest, I could put a whole bunch of cobwebs in there and make it look like an old unused shack or something like that. I think that could be cool. Alright, so I'm going to plant a couple of the trees just around this mushroom, so it's not just as plain in sight like that. And yeah, I'll get back to you guys once I've done that. Okay, starting to come together now. I've moved over the red mushroom that was over there just a little bit closer to the water. There's too much hidden amongst the trees there to really see it, so at least from this distance and from where the bridge will be, I'll see the mushroom out there. And I'll probably need another mushroom in this region here somewhere. Probably the red one, just so I can see a glimpse on the red between the trees. So I might bring it down a little bit closer to the water. And this is on my last stack of saplings now, so I'll probably just plant a couple of trees along this edge here, and then we'll start putting some detail into this house. I did just outline a couple of areas where I'll put some windows. I'm not sure yet, so I've just opened up this to be a 3x2 window, and just this single 2-high window here. So I think that'll look okay. But yeah, I'll just plant a couple of trees here. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this mushroom though. It's key at this point, because the trees will grow around the mushrooms, but the mushroom won't grow around the tree. So what I might do is just put one. I'm not sure if one will grow here. Try. We can only try. Let's see what happens. Whoa. That's not too bad having a low mushroom there. I should sleep to avoid an invasion of mobs. Given that now that I've got a lot of overhangs, there's probably going to be a lot of dark spots on this island. Come on, night. Be gone with you. There we go. Let's just jump out here. How you going, creeper? You want to say hi? You want to check out my little island? It's nice of you. You won't be able to see that back mushroom from here because I'll have trees in between the two here, so I think that will work out. I think that'll look okay. I'll just put a couple of the trees around that red mushroom so we can add a bit of depth and detail. And we'll just see what this looks like. Bouncing around about down here somewhere, so we'll probably have a tree down here somewhere. Yep, I think this will work. Another tree towards the back area. Here maybe. Come on. I think this is my last. Yep, this is the last of my bone meal as well. And probably another tree in here somewhere. So out here. Let's see if it grows. Yep. Okay, let's see what this looks like. I have to go grab a whole bunch more materials. I think I need some more bone meal. Probably not going to have enough saplings either to complete the island. But I think they're starting to come together now. I'll try and integrate one of these brown mushrooms somewhere in here. It's probably going to be the only location though, because it needs such a large area to grow. It's going to be difficult to make them grow closer in amongst the trees here. The red mushrooms, it's a little bit easier to integrate. But yeah, there'll be a few more trees in between this red mushroom and the one in the back there, so probably won't be able to see the one in the back from this distance, so I'll just see this red one there and this red one there, so it adds a bit of colour to the island. I don't want to just see completely trees coming to this island, but I do want to have the island pretty much covered, so there's not a lot of open space, because that's what this biome is all about, that it's just full of these trees, and I think this is coming together okay. Okay, I want to start working on the windows now, just do the basic outline of what the outside would look like, and then we can tidy it up from the inside out. I think it's easier to work on the outside first. So what I'm thinking of doing is using we'll use some brown stained glass. There we go. And what I'm thinking of doing is we use the panes. So, whoops, get back up here. Okay. So let's just see what this looks like first. I didn't bring anything with Silk Touch with me, so if I destroy these, then it's gone forever. Yeah, I think brown will work. Let's add some doors. Probably go with iron doors out here. Good thing I went and did that little bit of mining. Now I've got a bit of iron out here. Yep. Windows look like. In fact, I'm probably going to use some trapdoors as overhangs for some of them. Some of the windows, not all of them. Yeah. So what I could even do is what I want to is maybe put some overhangs on top of these windows. What am I doing? Oh, I was going to make shears because I'm probably going to need some of these leaves. Yeah, let's take this in like that. Put some overhangs just here. We'll do one here as well. And what I could do is just to disguise this a little bit better. Maybe something like that. Let's see what this looks like. Whenever I'm building something like this, you always got to step back and see what it looks like from a distance. When you're up close, it's hard to tell. I think that looks okay. I think it'll look better when I've got something filling that gap there in the foreground. Yeah, I think that overall look is going okay for us. Okay, so I'm just going to do some windows on the sides. Give me that block. In fact, I could probably... Nah. It's tempting to overdo it sometimes. So let's just put some windows here. Again, we'll tidy up the inside once we've finished with the outside. So something like this maybe. won't worry about the overhangs for these windows. Let's add some windows out the back here. Start from this side maybe. Go for just a simple 2x2 window here. I'm probably going to want to add some doors here somewhere. In fact, let's make this a little bit wider. I'm trying to resist symmetry, and that's my new motto at the moment with building houses. It is very tempting to have symmetry when you're building a house or any kind of structure in Minecraft. But I think if you can just avoid having the symmetry, I think we're all better off. It just makes it not as predictable, I think. I think that's the word I'm looking for. So when you look at a building, you just don't go, oh yeah, I've seen that design before. Yeah, something like that may look okay. In fact, I could probably have this go up one more. If I don't like this when I've finished it, I'll just change it. No big deal. So I need to do this other wall, but I need something to eat because I cannot sprint, and there's nothing worse than not being able to sprint in Minecraft. Ever since they added that functionality, you don't sort of take it for granted, you just sprint everywhere. I know I do. Okay, so what are we going to do with this wall? Probably use the basic outline that we get from the trees, so I'll use this as a natural divider. So we'll have a simple window here, and then we'll have another one just here. Make this one a little bit wider. Beauty about building a house out of trees like this is that each house is always going to be different because the trees are unpredictable in how they grow. Let's see what this looks like. That looks okay. Let's just get up here and fill in that block. I think it's starting to come together. Yeah, so now we can start to, I'll probably have the roof height maybe at that level there. I will sleep in a second. Good thing about trimming down your insides like this is that you get all the patching blocks that you need for the roof and walls and all that other fun stuff. So let's just see how close this looks once I start to remove. Basically I want to smooth out the walls so they're not too thick. Just go one thick. Yeah, all needs to go back one level. One row. Whoa! I knew I should have plugged up this hole. So this is where I went down and did all that mining. What do they say about Minecraft? What's your golden rule? Always plug up your holes or something? I need to remember that's the spot where I went down. So I could probably go back and do a little bit more caving there. Mine shafts seem to go forever. Typically do. Okay, so I'm going to need blocks there. I'll need to patch this up. But you get the basic idea of what I'm going for here. So I'm trying to resist symmetry, so it's kind of may look a little strange having like that. In fact, it might bug me in the end and I just take that out. But we'll see. I'll leave it for now. Let's take all this back one. Need to go one further back again here. You also get a fair amount of wood building like this. In fact, I might have the roof go up a little bit more in this section. It might look okay actually. Rather than having the roof just a traditional house where it's just nice and flat on the inside or on the ceiling rather. May look okay having a bit of bit of variation. So I'm going to continue working on this, just smoothing out some of these insides, and we'll see what it looks like as I near completion. So this is the current state of the house. I've pretty much finished off the inside in terms of the walls, and I think I'm going to leave the ceiling like this as well, where it's a bit uneven, a little bit, yeah, just a little bit of a variation, and I can put in some glowstone blocks into the ceiling here. So that's what I'm going to do, just to really disguise some of the lighting. And so probably, like, for example, up in here, I'll be able to do something like this with the glowstone. I'll probably have to put a few more leaf blocks to make it not as obvious. But I think that's what I'll do, just around the ceiling, just to add a bit of light into the ceiling itself. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the overall layout now. So I left this wall 2 blocks steep, and the reason for that, I want to use this as a windowsill. So I might either put some upside down stairs here, or put some dirt blocks here, and I'll probably grow something along here, maybe some carrots or potatoes, or what I'll do is I'll put some pot plants just along here. So I think that'll look quite nice. So I wanted to show you guys what the place looks like at night time. I'll remove some of the visible torches around the outsides, but I think once I've got some light inside the house, it will stand out a little bit better. And just as it gets nighttime here, I wanted to say thanks for supporting me, guys, this year. This is probably going to be the last video for this year. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you continue to enjoy this series. Let me know in the comments if you guys are liking the build and liking this series, and I'll see you guys next year. Cheers.